gonna start by opening the app. And if you haven't signed in already, you would be signing in using your ID and password. But assuming that you have signed in, this is what the load looks like. So I have a new load, 906-2831, 3 units, total of 2,115 miles, dispatched Tuesday, November 20th at 9:27 in the morning. The state of the load right now is not loaded. If I hit the refresh button, that'll look for any updates to the load. In this case, there isn't any. If there was, this new would change to updated. So we're gonna click on the load here. And we can see that we're gonna start at California exports, 3 units. We're on the 0 stop right now. We have 0 units loaded, 0 units marked can't load, and 0 units delivered. So we'll click on the load here. And now we have a couple of options. We can click on the navigate to, and that will take us to the map service inside our handheld device. We go back, we can click on the phone number here, and that will launch the call screen in our handheld device. We can click on show notes, and this will show any notes that the dispatcher has provided to us regarding this particular origin. We can see that there's no scheduled pickup time for us. If there was, it would be provided right here. So we'll go down here to load. So these are the units that we have available. If there were more than 3, we'd be able to scroll down here and see the rest of the units. They're all marked as non-loaded. This one has a bay location, the others do not. If we go up here to the scanner, this will allow us to scan a vehicle. This is your camera to open up your camera. This is your refresh to look for updates to the load. And this little question mark just gives you the legend on what these 3 items are. So the first thing we'll do is we'll load a vehicle without scanning. So let's go down here to this Chevy Cruze. And we have a couple of options here. We can go down to info and see if there's any information. So we do have pickup instructions and delivery instructions. So the delivery instructions they're only open between 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. We can go back here by clicking the back arrow, go back to that Cruze again. We can take photos. We can enter damages here. We can mark the vehicle as unloadable. So if we click the mark unloadable, we can enter wouldn't fit, couldn't find, couldn't start, wouldn't release. So let's say that this vehicle is wouldn't fit. We'll click it. You're marking a unit unloadable when, according to the GPS location, you are not near the location. Obviously, I'm not in La Mirada, California right now. Are you sure you want to mark this unit as unloadable for this client? I'm going to hit OK. So now down here, you'll see can't load, wouldn't fit. So now we'll go and load this Chevy Malibu manually by going to the load. And we need to tell the system what position the vehicle is in. So I'm going to put this unit in position number 1, and I'm going to say that I've driven it forward onto the car hauler, and I'm going to hit save. Now you can see that this vehicle, the Chevy Malibu, is marked as loaded in position number 1, driven on. Now for the Jeep Cherokee, I'm going to use my scanner just to show you how it works. So I'm going to click scanner, and I've got a label in front of me here. So it's picked up the code. There's the VIN right there across the screen. And it's going to take, and I'm going to tell it I'm going to load it. I'm going to load it in position number 2, and I'm going to back it on, and I'll hit save. And now that unit is also loaded in position number 2, backward. So you'll still see that it says loaded unsent. So this hasn't communicated with the main dispatch system. I could go back at this point and add damage. So if I've neglected to add the damage before this point, I can add it now. Industry standard codes. So we'll say it's a left front fender, that it's punctured, less than 1 inch. I can go down here and add comments. Hopefully this doesn't happen. And I can go down here and add a photo. The system is telling me, if you noticed, so punctured during loading, hopefully that doesn't happen to you. And then you can see that it's in this particular system, it says 3 photos are required. I can click add a photo, add, and now I'll take my mandatory 3 photos. So maybe one is of the label on the car, save that. Maybe my next photo is of the damage itself. I'm able to note the damage by pushing on the screen, and it will put the codes right in a circle. If I've put it in the wrong spot, I can go down here to remove annotation and then pick where the damage actually is and move it. Click save. I'm required, according to my shipper, to take 1 more picture. So I'm just taking a different picture of the damage. And now I've met the requirements. So you can see that the save button up here is now blue. I can hit save. Use the back arrow to get out of the damaged screen. And now the vehicles are all loaded, and the submit has turned blue. I'm able to submit my report. You'll get a prompt. Are you sure you're ready to submit the report? You'll hit OK. okay. And now we have accept the damages. These are the damages that were entered. As a driver, I can accept or dispute these at this time and enter a different code if I dispute it. I'm going to accept it, go up here to next, pre-confirmation by going to next. This is the damage that was noted on the one vehicle, no damages on the other vehicle. And remember, we marked the one vehicle as we could not load it, so it's not listed here. We'll accept these, hit next. We're going to the sign off, the attendee's last name, type that in here. We need the attendee's signature, click down here, go up here, he signed. Now we need the driver's signature, go up here, the driver signed. And now we can enter email addresses down here. This will not set up a permanent email address in the main system. For that, they would need to contact dispatch or customer service at the trucking company. This is a one-time proof of delivery. So you could enter an email, any number of email addresses here, up to 4, and then we would submit the report. Are you sure? Okay. One last look at the confirmation screen and done. Now you can see that it says loaded sent. So this is communicated with the dispatcher trucking company that these vehicles are en route, and this particular vehicle will be marked as can't load. Congratulations, you've just loaded and sent your first load using the VTAS app.